Jake here for American Trucks, and today I'm taking a look at these dual halo projector headlights with chrome housings and clear lenses fitting 2007 to 2013 Silverado 1500s. These headlights are a great way for GMT 900 Silverado owners who are tired of their factory lights to bring some updated style and functionality to their truck. With their chrome internal housings and the cool LED accents, these bring an aggressive, modern look to the Silverado for an affordable price. Upgrading your headlights can make a huge difference in your truck's looks and also its usability. And these are going to be a big improvement over your stock halogen lights, making for a better and safer driving experience. Now, in place of the standard halogen bulbs, you do get projectors, and these are great because they provide a vastly improved light beam while still utilizing a standard type of bulb. So replacements are easy to get and very budget friendly. And the light itself here is crisp and clean and casts much further up the road as compared to standard halogens. So these are going to make it much easier to see at night too, making your truck safer out on the road for you and the people around you. Now, the projectors utilize H1 bulbs for the high and low beams, making for brighter illumination, again better cutoff, and again easy replacement since these are readily available. But safety does not come at the expense of style here. Now, the biggest difference obviously between these and your stock headlights are these big old light bars around the outside. Now, these are LEDs and it's going to make for a modern, unique look. Now, combine that with the chrome internal housing, and these make a statement without going totally overboard. It gives the truck a bit more of that OEM plus look that's pretty popular nowadays, and personally, I'm a big fan of that. Now, these lights are also DOT and SAE approved, and they meet FMV SS108 standards, meaning that they are fully street legal, and that means that they also come with adjusters on the back to get that perfect setup. Now, the housings of the headlights are all made from OEM grade ABS plastic, and the lenses are polycarbonate. So these are going to be durable and they should look good for a long time as well. Now, these are going to retain your factory incandescent bulbs for the turn signals here, as you can see these ports right here. That is going to help with the cost savings. And again, between that and the bulbs that do come included in it for your high and low beam projectors, going to make these pretty inexpensive to run. Now, speaking of that price, the set here is going to run you about $450, and that does mean they're pretty inexpensive as compared to some other options out there for this gen of Silverado. Now, again, part of that cost savings is the use of incandescent bulbs for the turn signals and the projectors versus something like a full LED setup. But these are still a pretty good value for your money. They provide a significant increase in visibility compared to your stock headlights, plus you get some cool, good looks to go with it. So if you like the way these look, I would call these a good buy. Installation will get a 2 out of 3 on the difficulty meter, and these should take you about 2 hours to complete. Now, for the most part, these are a plug-and-play operation. The lights themselves don't require you to do any modification to the truck, and the main beams will plug into your body harness too. However, you are going to have to do a little bit of wiring in order to get those LED light bars to go. But nothing too complex, really just power and ground here. So this is certainly something you can complete at home in your driveway or garage. And to show you exactly what you need to do, let's head over to the install bay.
The tools you'll need for this project are a trim removal tool, a ratchet, a 10mm socket, some wire strippers and crimpers, and some sort of electrical connector for the harness. Hi everyone, today we're installing a set of headlights on our Silverado, but first, let's watch a short video on how to uninstall the stock headlights.
Okay, so the first step in our uninstall is to grab a pop clip removal tool and remove all of the pop clips that hold in our rad support cover. At this point, we can remove the rad support cover. All right, so the next step is to remove the 4 10mm bolts holding on our grill. Go ahead and grab a 10mm socket and get these removed. All right, at this point with the bolts removed out of the top of our grill, you can grab the grill itself and pull back straight towards you. Next up, now that our grill is removed, we can remove the 2 bolts holding on the top of our headlight. You may want an extension for this one here, so grab your extension and a 10mm socket and let's get this removed. And then grab your 10mm socket and remove the other bolt up top on the headlight. All right, so there is one more bolt that's holding the headlight in, and it's right in between the bumper and the fender. Peel back your wheel well liner and you can get to this bolt. It's a 10mm, it's right in here. And you don't need to remove this, all you need to do is loosen it so the bracket can slide forward. Grab your 10mm ratcheting wrench or a small ratchet and go ahead and loosen this up. All right, now that all the bolts are removed and the one in the wheel well is loosened up, go ahead and grab your headlight and wiggle it out. Now that your headlight is removed, you can see this large factory connector. And what we're gonna do is pull back on this tab, this gray tab here, and then press down on the black tab and remove the connector.
Before we install our new light, we need to transfer some things over from our old light, and then we can go ahead and wire up the new LED lights to our parking lights, and then go ahead and get this installed. So what we're going to have to do is transfer over our turn signals and our parking lights here, as well as the harness that goes with them. So what we need to do is remove our turn signal bulbs here by turning them clockwise until it unlocks, and then lift it out. And we'll do that on both of them so that we can transfer both of these over to our new light. Now the other thing we need to do is remove the harnesses from the bulbs that are still in the light. So we're going to go ahead and push down on the release lever here, disconnect the harness, and then we'll lift up on the plug here, unplug that, and then slip off the main connector here. Now we'll just go ahead and transfer this over to our new light, insert it into the new housing, and turn it clockwise until it locks into place. Then we'll connect our harness to the back of the light. Now we can go ahead and hook up our spade connectors to the black and the white wire here on the back so that we can plug those into DRLs on the truck. So to do that, they've already come with the harness and the insulation cut on here. So we're just going to twist this to make sure that it doesn't fray. And then for our situation, we're going to install these spade connectors to plug into our harness on the vehicle. Now there are several different ways that you can make this connection. This is just how we're doing it on our vehicle. And once you've got everything hooked up, now we can go ahead and install this on the truck. And then you can repeat this whole process for the other side. Now we can go ahead and plug in our harness and the 2 wires that we put the spade bits on to our DRL, and then go ahead and install our light. So we're going to plug in the white wire to the red wire that we've got here, and the black wire to the black wire. Now we can go ahead and install our light. We'll secure it with the original hardware. And tighten them down with our 10mm socket. And don't forget to get the one down here behind the fender, and then repeat that whole process for the other side. Once you've got your lights installed, we can go ahead and reinstall our grill. Reinstall the original hardware. And we'll tighten them all down with our 10mm socket. Now we can go ahead and reinstall our radiator cover. And secure it using the original push pins that we took out earlier. And that wraps up our review and install of the dual halo projector headlights with the chrome housing and clear lens for your 07 to 13 Silverado 1500. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Silverado, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.